autopsy, the independent autopsy that you did, you mentioned that obviously, I think the part that people are really focusing on is that you mentioned that there was this discoloration, this red coloration on the back of Nolan's head. Um, did the examiner who looked at him have any inkling about what that might be? Could it be blunt force trauma? And I understand that the cause of death and manner is undetermined, but is it possible that it was blunt force trauma?
Well, he wants to be able to give his theories and opinions before the grand jury in Mississippi as to the possible causes of the red discoloration in the back of Nolan Wells' head near the occipital region of the brain. And so it's very significant. He concluded that it was undetermined pending further investigation, the manner and cause of death. But he did find that very significant that you had this red discoloration in the back of his.
Ooh, red discoloration in the back of his head, y'all. I want to know, press 5 if y'all feel like somebody went upside his head with a pole or something. Okay? They did something to him while somebody was probably choking him or something like that. When I tell you this is violent, and mind you, they gave them the body 6 days later. They was trying to make the body decompose. It was so many bruises. They can't even determine what the bruises were because the state of Mississippi held Nolan Wells' body hostage. They always hold them black body hostages, okay? And that's not right. I see what you're doing, Mississippi. We are honoring you. We've been here before, Mississippi. All they do is lie. They lie. All that's what they do. Honey, let's go on. I just want to know y'all thoughts on that.
In that occipital region of the brain, of the head. Also, he found it very significant. He said that they did not slit his throat with his body in the second autopsy. He said when he was the chief medical examiner of DC, this is something that's common. He said normally he would do it when they were investigating and studying whether there were fractures to the neck or some kind of, compressions to his vertebrae.
Right.
So that is significant, he found. And the most significant thing he said, what is the crux of the matter that we do not know, and that is what was the condition of Nolan Wells' body when he entered the water? Was he conscious or was he unconscious? Was he forced into the water or was he unforced into the water? He said those are.
I tell you what it was, okay? He was knocked out when he went into the water. Okay, that's just what it was. Either he was knocked out and they put him in that water, or they forced him in that water and they knocked him out doing that. That's what happened, honey. Okay? It's just as simple as that. I want to know, what are y'all thoughts? Press 2 if you feel like, woo, they unalived him and put him in that damn water. Okay? Or press 4 if you feel like they forced him in the water, then they went him back in the head, okay? Okay? And press 7 if you feel like it was a group of them. It wasn't just one. If it was one, I don't, could it be one person that did this? I really believe it was a group. But it could be one if he had that pow and was like, come on, get your ass over there, get in the water and clunk him up in the head. You know what I'm saying? And I bet you there's a whole bunch of people with guns in Mississippi. Do them white boys in Mississippi love their guns? Do they carry them guns to that damn island? I'm sure they carry them guns in the island. Press 10 if them white boys in Mississippi love their guns, okay? Just like Texas, baby. They always got some gags. Whew. All right, come on.
Be very significant in a potential drowning death case where you had a person who was able to swim.
Ben, was your examiner able to? I know you said that just like the throat was removed. What about the lungs? That you mentioned that that the initial autopsy, that the lungs had been dissected, but was your examiner able to see the lungs at all, or were they also removed?
No, they were able to see the lungs. However, Charles, remember the state medical examiner for Mississippi got to observe the body when it was first recovered. And that Dr. Roger Mitchell, the independent pathologist that we hired, he would not have seen the body until 6 days later. And the body had, as he said, severe decomposed. And it is one of those things that he is going to have to rely on photographs that were taken by the Mississippi medical examiner. We would believe that they would have taken photographs and their observations, whether there was water in the lungs.
Woo! I tell you one thing, y'all. I don't trust Mississippi photos. Bring me them photos. But you know how they do. They can AI photos. They can doctor up photos. Hell, AI, you can't trust nothing with the AI. Hell, it could be something on the photo. They can get that AI, wipe it away. Boom. You know what I'm saying? They can do whatever they want to do with the AI. With AI, they can play God like they've been playing God. They are making the AI where it's racism too, honey. Did you know that? Look it up. Look it up. Let's go.
Water in his airways. We know that some from the United Cajun Navy said that his body didn't seem bloated when they found him, that they didn't see his body as waterlogged. So all these things.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Press 1 if he said the Cajun Navy, when they saw Nolan's body, it was not waterlogged. Hello? And I told y'all that it wasn't a drowning. It was not waterlogged, y'all. That came from the Cajun Navy. He did not drown. He did not drown. Well, how did he die? Somebody underlied him. We are looking at a murder, and they are covering up, and they got people all from the government to social media that is helping them, baby. This is an organization. We are going against the system like we've always went against the system. Make no mistake about it. They said make America great again, and they doing the same shit they used to do when they felt that America was great, when they was on top and ruling supreme. Okay? The same playbook, baby. Same state, same water, same lies.
Significant as we try to figure out why Nolan Wells is dead.
Ben, how were Nolan's parents, how did they receive, when I'm sure before the news conference this morning, you had gone over the autopsy results, the independent autopsy results with them. How were they when they got those results? Was it disappointing to them? Were they, obviously they want to know what happened to their son. Were they disappointed that, because of all those conditions you just mentioned, the examiner was not able to determine a manner or cause of death?
Well, Charles, they were alarmed, as many of us were, at the, red discoloration in the back of his head. They were alarmed that he didn't have his throat with the body. And, they want answers. They have been very consistent. They do not accept that nobody didn't know anything, that nobody didn't see anything. And so when you think about the fact that Reverend Al and Mr. Tyler Perry and Mr. Terrell Owens has put up this $125,000 reward, that is because we know somebody saw something. Somebody knows something. There were over 300, 400 people out there on Horn Island that day. We, on our Nolan Wells tip line, we've received over hundreds of calls with video, people saying what they saw, people having.
You know what? Y'all worried about so much on social media. Y'all need to teach y'all kids how to be honest, okay? Can we talk about honesty? Can we talk about being more truthful? Americans need to be more honest, honey, okay? And we need to push. Can we push the honesty agenda? If you see a crime, you say something. If you see a crime and you ain't saying nothing, God is going to judge you for that, because that is a sin. Okay, you got to be forthcoming and honest. Okay, it's too many liars in America, especially in that damn government. Press 3 if it's so many liars in the government. They claim they're Christians, but all they do is lie. You're not going to make it in heaven with a lying tongue. I can tell you that. Stop lying. Be honest. Okay? They don't know what honesty is. Honesty is so foreign. Could you imagine if we lived in America where everybody was honest? So many people, it would reduce the crime. People be like, no, I'm not going to do a crime because everybody honest and they're going to be forthcoming. And it's going to reduce the crime because everybody is honest. All right. And that is, they hold that as a high values. But ain't nobody honest. They all lying. Okay. All lies.
Photographs, and it's important that the people who knew something, who saw something, that they call us is critically important.
To that point, Ben, I don't know if you've seen, there's a video that we were able to obtain, and we posted this yesterday, and I don't know if you have seen it yet, but the person who shot it pointed this out, gave a copy of this to the police because they believe that it could be Nolan. There's an image of a young man who's bent over on the back deck of a boat. And the trunks certainly look like the same color that Nolan was wearing on July 4th. And, you know, all we can see, he never stands up, so we can't see his face. But they thought this could be Nolan. And I'm wondering if the family has seen this, or if you're in any contact with any of Nolan's friends who might have seen this, who could say, yeah, that's him. Because the police are trying to determine that. We don't know if they've figured out if it's him. Have you seen this video?
Well, my team of investigators and our team of lawyers have received that video and received many others. And we've received witnesses saying that they say it's Nolan, but until we can confirm these allegations, we want to be careful to say that witnesses have said that this is Nolan. And we also have videos where you have people having exchanges, disputes, and people have said that was Nolan. So we're trying to dot every I and cross every T because it's so critically important that this family gets answers, that the country gets answers.
You said that your investigators have been getting a lot of tips about videos and photos, and I'm wondering if there's anybody coming forward, because you said something that is so true, where there's so many people who are out there in Horn Island. Whatever it is that happened to Nolan, even if it is accidental, but whatever it is that happened, it just seems implausible that no one has seen anything. I'm wondering if you are having any luck hearing from people who are actually on the island who saw him. I mean, obviously, even in the image that we have that...
I tell you what, this is what should happen. Listen up. Okay, those white boys that claim, oh, we love Nolan, that was our brother. That's a damn lie. They don't even know Nolan mama. They ain't never had Nolan mama fried chicken. They never been over his house. They never been to his birthday parties. They are liars. But since y'all cared about him so much, y'all need to investigate your brother murder. Find out who this white man is on this boat, what boat Nolan was on. Y'all claim it's such a tight-knit community, right? Press 7. They said, well, you know, Ocean Springs, Mississippi, we're such a tight-knit community. Everybody knows everybody, right? Where everybody should know who the fuck that boat belonged to. Call the owner of that boat, get that white man, and say, hey, was Nolan on your damn boat? And if he was, why in the hell you ain't come forward? Letting us know, well, yeah, he was on my boat. What the fuck he was doing in your boat? It's 1, 2, 3. Hello? Y'all got AI. Y'all can do anything else. That y'all not doing an investigation. Why the police ain't investigating this? Okay? Hello? Come on now. Do y'all think that's a good idea? Press 8. Hello? I know it's a brilliant one. Get to it. What are y'all waiting on? Unless this video is AI.
May or may not be him, but there were so many people there. It just seems implausible that whatever happened to this young man, someone didn't see anything. Are you hearing from people who were on the island?
We are hearing from people on the island, and the Nolan Wells tip line at bencrump.com is getting a lot of hits and submissions. And that 800 number that we want to encourage everybody to call at the Ben Crump Call Center is 1-888-991-1772.
Okay.
And we are going to take detailed information from you.
Okay. What have you heard from, your independent autopsy is complete now. Have you heard anything from the sheriff's department as to when their results are going to be available? Because obviously they have the throat. They were able to look at his lungs, and as well they're going to have the toxicology, which that's going to be the really telling thing here. Have you heard from them when those results might be available?
No, we haven't. And remember, our autopsy is not complete. It's undetermined pending further investigations. That's very important to note, Charles, because we need to examine the...
Hello? Everybody, press, it's incomplete. It's not over yet. The investigation not over yet. It's incomplete. We need the pictures of that throat. Give me back my throat. Give me back the lung. Give me the throat back. What are they doing holding on to their throat? I thought Mississippi was done with the investigation, but they still holding on to that damn throat? Huh? Because the throat didn't rot yet? They waiting for the throat to rot so they can't find no findings? Is that what they doing? And Mississippi State knew what they was doing. Gonna give me the body. And I want my son's throat. You don't own my son's throat. Okay?